Did you have fun at Mima's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
No?
Yeah.
Don't. Yeah.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Are you happy? The weather has been weird. We had a really significant winter and we've had a lot of rain this spring, which is just not typical. It's often very dry. I'm headed off to the church. See you. Thanks for letting me use your truck, Taylor. Taylor's off shopping, sourcing, a couple hours away from Wenatchee. I know he's gonna kill it because he just does and he's good at it. I'm using his truck because he's using mine. But God knows I'll put some fuel in there. It'll be worth it.
A few moments later.
I gotta tell you, it's been an interesting couple of days. My mind has been just spinning with different ideas and different opportunities that have come in front of me, and it's even hard for me to think about vlogging at the time because my mind is just so full. Just got out of the church and I, been praying about those things and really looking for some direction, but I feel like there's a lot of opportunity at my table right now and got to make some hard choices about what I'm gonna do. I really could use some clarity right now on where to go. The good news is, for the first time really ever, I am 100% just seeking what God, I mean, not ever. There's been times in my life where I've 100% have seeked God in my life, but and in decisions. But over the last few years of running my own business, I've made a lot of those decisions and felt like, there was nobody better to make those decisions than me. I didn't really turn to God or, ask him for direction. I just assumed that he's given me the ability to make the best choices. I'm in the trenches. I'm running my business. I know what's going on. So why do I need to talk to God about it? Type of thing. And it was just a lie. I ended up getting burnt because of it, in a couple of different ways. It doesn't pay off to, especially if you're a child of God, it doesn't pay off to ignore the fact that he knows a better way, even when you don't realize it. The other thing that I've learned recently, it's actually in the Proverbs a few different times. There's verses that talk about, a lot of it written by a guy named Solomon, a king named Solomon, from many years ago, of course. It talks about, in business, you should be seeking the counsel of many advisors. Also, in war, for example, you should be seeking the counsel of many advisors. And I think that's because of perspective. You are who you are, and you're in the moment, you're doing what you're doing. But perspective, you're trying to see it through the eyes of another person. And when you do that, it allows you to look at something from multiple angles. So imagine if you're looking at an object and your perspective is, here's this object I'm looking at. For example, let's say this hydro flask. From my perspective, right, it looks to me like a mug, right? Especially if I've never seen it before. But from your perspective, as you're looking through the screen right now, you can tell it's a hydro flask. You see the brand, you see the logo. Your perspective is different. There's more clarity, right? Now, that's kind of what I'm talking about. And I think in any decision in business and in life, it's important to get perspective from other people, from people you trust or whatever, so that you can see that object or that decision or that problem that you need to solve from a 365 degree and from top to bottom, right? You can see it at all angles. And so that's something I'm working on in my life. It's like I've paid, I got coaches for this type of stuff, and I've made some decisions where I tell my coaches, hey, this is what I decided to do. And they're like, why didn't you talk to us about that? Why did you do, what are you thinking? And so, kind of got knocked over, knocked in the head a little bit. Come on, man, that's what we're here for. That's what you're paying the big bucks for. is to get our perspective, you know. And they're several years older than me, they're smarter than me, they're more successful than I am, they've lived more life, they've made bigger decisions than I have, and so I don't take advantage of that? That doesn't make sense. And then on top of that, you have a God who created the earth and the universe, and he created you, and he knows every hair on your head, right? And yet you don't ask for his perspective. So that's the kind of thing I've been really getting over the last couple of weeks and months, really. But I'm starting to understand it more and more over the last couple of weeks as I've been really trying to seek God's perspective in these decisions that I'm making in my life. And so it doesn't really take away the fact that I'm still wrestling with it in my mind, but I'm also really trying to let God push me in the direction, or to lead the path, or to pave a trail for me, so that it's a little bit easier for me to know which direction to go. And now I'm headed to the office to get some.
2 hours later.
Going outside for a walk. I was just watching vlog 13 and reminded myself that I was dedicated to going on a walk yesterday, and I never did. And so the sun just came out, as you can see, it's blinding me. And so we're gonna get it done. I'm going for a 30-minute walk. Here's something cool. My buddy Danny started vlogging yesterday, or a couple days ago. He released his first vlog. I'll have a link to his channel, you can go check it out. But yeah, he's just getting started. Said that I was his inspiration, so hey, I'll take it. So right now I'm recording vlog number 14. That means that I am halfway through how many days I believe it takes to create a habit. Right? They say that it takes 30 days, and who they is, I don't know. And I think a year to create a lifestyle. And so I can honestly say, as far as the vlogs are concerned, it's getting easier. It's becoming more kind of just part of what I do throughout the day. It doesn't seem like it's as much of a chore. I mean, in the beginning, obviously I had to work at it a little bit and, you know, remind myself, hey, you know, get your camera out, video this. Sometimes some days are a little bit easier than others, but overall, I'm really enjoying the process. It's fun. My favorite part, honestly, about vlogging so far, or creating video content, is after it's all done being edited and it looks awesome, rewatching it and just being like really just thinking, wow, that was a cool day. I mean, it didn't seem like that eventful, but when you throw some video to it and some sound effects and I got a talented guy that's helping me with this, it looks that much more cool. Just want to encourage you, if you are thinking about starting a vlog, if you're watching my vlogs and you're like, dang dude, that kind of looks cool to like start vlogging and following myself around with a camera all day and sharing it with my friends and family and potential business partners, or customers in the future, whatever it might be, go ahead and get started. It really isn't that hard. Use your phone. If you got a camera, you can use your camera, but I'm just using my cell phone. And overall, I feel like the videos are turning out really good. I do need to figure out how to, I think there's some stabilizer setting on my iPhone 7. Hope you're enjoying the vlog, and I know I am. It's been a lot of fun. And I've got about 12 more minutes of walking before I'm going to turn around and go back the other direction for a full half hour of walking. The weather in Wenatchee will play tricks on you. It'll be a rainy day, and then a couple hours later the sun comes out, it's blue skies, maybe partly cloudy. It's just never consistent. I mean, sometimes it is, don't get me wrong. But overall, I mean, I can't tell you how many days I've woken up and been like, dang, cloudy, overcast, rain. And then by 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon, sunshine, blue skies, beautiful. Check it out. I mean, it's still got clouds, of course, but the sun's out. Did you guys see that? It's a Shazen. Somebody let their dog poop on the sidewalk, and now there's Shazins dried up on the sidewalk. Don't be that guy. It's a plumber quiz question. What is that? That's a septic tank. And what is that? That's drain field, drainage pipe for a septic system. Check it out. Some of you just learned something, didn't you? Well, that's a nice quiet place for a lunch. Not a bad idea. Whew, it really warmed up out here. I almost didn't bring my jacket, but now if I would have known it would have gotten this warm, I wouldn't have. I think it's safe to say that my 30-minute walk has turned into something much greater. Over the last couple years, I've tried several times to start running. I'd gone 3, 4, 5 days in a row, but what ends up happening is I have a really bad ankle from high school football, and then I also played in a men's league after high school. I was the type of kid that believed that, you know, you didn't care about the team more than yourself if you decided to sit on the bench. Because of that, now I have an ankle that, I can hardly walk much. A significant distance without having serious issues where my ankle will swell up and stuff. In fact, after the snowboard day that I had with Danny last week, my ankle has been swollen for a couple of days. A big old knot kind of about 8 inches above the bone on the outside of my ankle where it's just swollen. The tendons are destroyed. And but like I said, I've tried running several times. In fact, I read a book called The Miracle Morning. I don't know if you've ever heard of that book called The Miracle Morning. I listened to it actually on Audible, and that guy talked about how he started, running and became a runner, and a big part of his day. And so once again, what did I do? Decided I'm going to start running. Tried it again, and ankle got all busted up and quit working. So yeah, I have some serious issues with my ankle, man. I even like doing retail arbitrage, and I go into the stores a couple hours on my feet, and my right knee will start to ache because of my ankle. I don't really totally understand it, and I haven't really gone to any type of physical therapy. I did when I was in high school, went to plenty of physical therapy for quite some time. They would do all kinds of different treatments and stuff to help me, so I could play in the Friday night football game. I can't say it wasn't worth it. I really enjoyed playing high school football. I was good at it. But in some ways, I wonder if it would have been better if I had just sat on the bench and let my injuries take over, take the season away from me. Because I think if I would have known where I'm at now, that's probably something I would have seriously considered. That is why I want to get a bike of my own. Like I said, I can definitely use my mom's bike. She's got several of them, as you've seen in a previous blog, but I'd really like to have my own nice quality bike, something I could go mountain biking in. Trail riding, it sounds fun, and there's lots of trail to ride. You can see that's what this is. There's an 11-mile loop trail, and then I think with the extensions there's several more miles of loop trail that can be ridden.
A few moments later.
I'm back. I really gotta get in that habit. I should be doing my workouts every day, and it can be as easy as a walk like I just got done doing. Like I said, it took a little bit longer than 30 minutes, but not bad. Really enjoyed going down by the river, and it's been a while since I've been down in that area, so I'm gonna try to make a habit of that. Wish me luck, encourage me if you would. I'd really appreciate it. I need to burn some fat off of this big old body. Well, I'm still not done working, but I am gonna pack my stuff up and head home, eat some dinner, and then get back to work. Bye, girls. See ya. Thanks for watching my kid.
You're welcome. I just fed him and everything.
Sweet.
Because I'm good like that.
Danny, ready to go? It's time to go bye-bye. I tried. That was a lot of broccoli.